viewers, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking specifically into a no contact and or separation situation. What would your person say to you if they could? And I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is the Morgan Greer Tarot, and pile number two is the Tinseltown Tarot. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today. But I do hope that at least one of the pile's messages do resonate. There is going to be an extended for this reading, so let's take a look at what you can expect in the extended. We will be taking a look at what are your person's hidden desires, what does their higher self want you to know about the current situation, and what is your person's next move going to be. Okay, so that is what we are going to be covering in the extended for today. Details for the extended is going to be there in the description box below. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow or subscribe or book a private reading, so just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Hi pile one, for those of you who chose Morgan Greer Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alright, pile one, specifically for a no contact and no separation situation, what would they say to you if they could? We have the Two of Wands, we have the Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Rods, Seven of Pentacles, the Emperor, Ten of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Okay. I also have the Oracle cards. Understanding, Empathy, okay, Creativity, Stargazer, Lily, Surrender. You're my favorite. I trust our bond completely. Yes. Is it possible for us to start over? Okay. Your person's been thinking about this connection, pile one. Your person, I mean, with the message card already coming out, is it possible for us to start over? I think that your person is thinking about what to do next with respect to this connection. I think that they have been kind of thinking about this connection for quite some time, like where both of you are at, where both of you were, what's the course of this connection, where both of you are headed. And I would say it feels aligned because I'm actually very, very calm in your reading today, Pawan. So I feel like your person's calmly thinking through this. They're taking their time to make their decision. There's this energy coming through that they don't want to make a decision out of haste or impulsivity. They want to be calm, composed, and then make the decision, because in your person's perspective, when the decision comes out of that level of calmness and after deep thinking about what to do, your person feels that that decision might sustain longer, or they'll be able to keep up with that decision for long. So your person does not want to do anything impulsive at this point in time. So if you've been wondering when are they going to take action or what are they going to do next, just know that it is going to be coming from a place of deep thought and them, you know, kind of thinking through everything and coming with a very, very calm approach to this connection. Reconciliation is definitely on the cards. That energy is very clear all through. But right now, it's more about how do we come together in a way that aligns with the two of us. So maybe there was some misunderstandings in the past. Maybe, the way that this connection started out, maybe it was misaligned. Maybe there was a false start to it. Maybe both of you wanted more, but maybe it just didn't materialize in 3D as well. There are different storylines that are coming to my mind at this point in time. So choose what resonates with you. But there is an understanding at this point in time that yes, they need to take you into account. They need to consider where you are at. And your person actually intuitively feels that you are also ready to reconnect and to reconcile. So for some of you, it's reconnecting. For others of you, it is reconciling. But the common theme for all of you is that your person, they want it, yes, but they want it in a way that doesn't feel like a burden to the two of you. It's not like if you both are going to be repeating old cycles, then they don't want it at all. Only if it is a kind of a shift in the dynamic that has been playing out between the two of you, then yes, your person would want that. And your person's kind of thinking of ways at this point to create a new dynamic between the two of you, or to shift things between the two of you, kind of break old cycles is also what I am hearing. They miss you, Pawan. Like I'm feeling a lot of longing, yearning within me in my heart chakra. So I feel like your person does think a lot about you, especially at night. You know, every time they're just looking back at the times that both of you shared together. I do feel that they feel sad about it. They feel like this was a missed opportunity is also what I am hearing. And there's a layer of trust. Maybe that's why your person's so calm. Like I am crazy calm in your reading today, Pawan. And usually I'm a bit chaotic in the readings, right? But I'm tapping into your person's energy. It is so calm. And I feel like there is either trust in divine or trust that both of you will end up together. That's also the message that's coming through. It's kind of like your person knows, you know, how whoever else we go out with or we are with other people, eventually we will be making our way to each other. We're each other's end game. So there is that level of calmness that's coming through with your person where they just know this is going to happen. It's just a matter of when is it going to happen, and they want the most peaceful approach for the two of you to come together as well. So they're thinking of different ways to reach out to you or to propose a reconnection between the two of you. Like I said, they want it to be the most stable approach. So it might not directly jump into like a passionate start to this connection in terms of the reconciliation. I'm not getting that energy. What I am getting is very clear, calculated, sincere steps coming through on your person's end. So it might start out small, but your person will be taking bigger steps as time goes. And the pace of how things will unfold between the two of you is going to be a lot slower, just because your person wants to take a step, make sure that they are completely solid, like both of you are completely solid, and then take the next step. So the timeline of things unfolding, even after, you know, you both come together, yeah, it will be a lot slower than what you expect, but you will see that consistent forward movement. Even though slow, you'll see that forward movement. Your person, there's something coming through about them wanting to take the time to understand who you are today, and wanting to see how both of you can integrate each other right now. They understand that there is a reason for this pause. I feel like your person's matured a lot in this no contact or separation situation between the two of you, and there's this surrender that's coming through where they just trust that this pause is necessary for both of you to grow, and it is actually what is going to bring the two of you together as well. Overall, I do see reconciliation on the cards. The energy is coming through very, very strongly. But yeah, this person misses you, pile one. But at the same time, they don't want past burdens to seep into what's next for the two of you. So they're just thinking a lot about that right now. So that is what they would say to you if they could. Let me just get more messages or advice for you. Let's see what wants to come through. I think that it is going to, like, there's something about empathy and strength also. Is like a part of strength is also about kindness, you know, showing up with love and kindness and recognizing that there is strength in that as well. So there is a new beginning of sorts coming through, stable beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. But at the same time, I think that there is a little bit, just a little bit more growth meant to happen on both of your ends. Maybe you on your end might be healing some wounds of this connection. Maybe you are not completely ready to take a leap of faith. Maybe you think you are ready, but maybe there are some wounds that you need to work through. The same seems to be going on your person's end. Like I said, there's something about empathy. Like, they understand where you're coming from. You understand where they're coming from. They're empathizing with the pain that they've put you through, and you're also empathizing with the pain that you have put them through. And I feel like this phase, even though you've been in the no contact for some time now, this part of the no contact towards the end is about recognizing that both of you actually were affected by this. You know, it's not just you who was experiencing the pain and the hurt and the confusion. No, it's actually both of you were in this together. They might not have gone through the same kind of pain, but there was still pain on their end. You know, they have taken this ending or the separation to their heart as well. So maybe there needs to be a recognition on both ends that it was not just you going through the pain and the turmoil of the no contact, it was them as well. Maybe different situations helping them realize or grow, but at the same time, it was still painful to go through this process without you, or it was painful for them to go through this no contact and separation as well. So I feel like there might be a need to understand where the other person is at and the pain that the other person also has been through in this situation. I feel like sometimes in connections we think that, oh, you know, we're the only ones going through the pain, or why are we always the ones in pain and the other person seems happy on the outside. But no, what the message is coming through is, in this particular situation, it looks like maybe your person might have shown everybody else that they were okay, but there was that pain, that yearning for this connection, or recognizing that both of you should not have gone into no contact, feeling the loss of this connection. That also is a different kind of pain, right? So you might have taken the time to process the break, like maybe what actually went down between the two of you, but that doesn't take away from the fact that your person also was in pain in this no contact as well. So I felt like maybe I needed to be the person to give you that message. Pile one, that both of you actually were in pain in this no contact. But it looks like there is some kind of energy of a new beginning coming through. Let's actually see what we're going to cover in the extended and how it relates to what is going on. Okay. So we are going to be looking into your person's hidden desires. Okay. Yeah, we do see reconciliation more as the upfront desire, but let's take a look at, you know, deeper layers to that as well. Okay. Then we're going to be looking into what does their higher self want you to know about the current situation. Yeah, that I feel like, again, this is more on the surface of what is going on with your person. So higher self would be giving behind the scenes of what your person is going through, or even just some things that you need to know and be aware of about the current situation. And then we're going to look into what is their next move going to be, because the future energy does seem like there's something solid, something stable coming your way. So we'll take a look at what actually is going to happen on your person's end, like what is the energy shift and what is their next move going to be towards you and towards this connection. All right. Pile one, this is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you're looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. The details for the extended is going to be there in the description box below. I don't know if I said that. My private readings are also open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. Pile one, take care, trust your intuition. You always have free will. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi, Pile two. For those of you who chose the Tinseltown Tarot, this is going to be your reading, all right? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes. Think of your person. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pretty. That's you specifically for a no contact and or separation situation. What would they say to you if they could? Okay. Ace of Cups, Hierophant, Seven of Pentacles, Death, Ten of Pentacles, the Hangman, King of Pentacles. Okay. Then we have defensiveness, purpose, authority, empowerment, helper. You're my favorite, happy place. I'm worried I'm too much. I have commitment issues. I want to understand you. Okay. Person wants to be the kind of person you can be proud of, is what I am hearing about you. I don't know, there's something about growing up, maturing that's coming through in your reading. Maybe when this person met you, they weren't ready for this connection, or they didn't feel like they could stand beside you. There might be a lot of insecurities and self-worth issues coming to the surface, or even self-esteem as well coming through the surface. For some of you, few examples coming to my mind, you could be very physically attractive and your person didn't feel they could match up to you. For some of you, maybe you are very I guess I would say you're like a social butterfly. Maybe other people look up to you, and maybe this person is more closed off, not really as open as you are. So they kind of felt that inferior feeling within them. For others of you, I'm also getting it could be that maybe the way you perceive life, the way that you show up, the kindness, the love that you have from within yourself. Maybe this person just couldn't really tap into that energy, and they felt that they would always, not add to your life, but instead they would end up taking away from it. That also might create some insecurities. It's not just about like your physical traits. Sometimes it could be just the love and the kindness that you embody that they felt they couldn't match up to. And it's probably why this connection went into no contact. Like you might have had fights, but the core reason for all of those fights or that misunderstanding, I honestly don't even see misunderstanding, because defensiveness is coming through. So it's more of your person behaving a little funny. That's also what I'm hearing, or behaved a little bit weird just before this went into no contact. Yeah, that was actually them, their self-esteem issues coming up to the surface. Your person at that point in time didn't think that they could be with someone like you, and maybe to themselves, like they justified saying, oh, okay, I could never be like that. And then they might have snubbed you. They might have maybe even, like, for example, right? For example, you are love and you are filled with so much of kindness within you. And maybe naturally you would expect that from your partner as well, right? Or the person in your life. Because for some of you, this could be a platonic connection, but for most of you, I am seeing this is more of a romantic partner, like being by your side kind of energy. And so maybe this person might have said, okay, well, that's not how the world is. The world is cruel. So they're just setting themselves up for pain. I don't want to be like that. And so there was that defensiveness that was coming to the surface. But time has passed, Pal 2, and what your person has understood is they can actually step up to be a version of themselves that matches who you are and the person that you deserve to be next to. And there were definitely certain aspects of them that were lacking. So their self-esteem issues weren't coming out of they were already good enough for you, but then they felt they weren't. No, it looks like there was actually a gap between the person that you deserve to be with and where they were, and they recognized that. But instead of stepping up at that point in time, they berated it, or they snubbed it, they scoffed at it. They decided, no, that's not the kind of person that I want to ever be, or I'll ever be. And this person may have even walked away from this connection, might even have told you that, no, this is never going to work out between the two of us, because I'm not that kind of a person. They might have been even more rigid in their ways, because they knew the gap that existed between where they were and the person that you deserved to be with as well. There's a lot of, it's still in the process, Paltu, but there's a lot of growing up that's happening. There's a lot of your person sorting out their own gaps within them, their own misalignment within them. I do feel that your person is starting to step up, starting to grow and become a version of themselves that they were always meant to tap into, but perhaps resisted, perhaps decided to pause on it because they didn't know what to expect out of it, or they didn't know what would happen. But yeah, I think it was always meant to happen on your person's end. Like, they were meant to grow. And even if they resisted it, at some point it happens, right? It just steps into your life when you're ready to grow. The lessons come in, and then it's kind of like ready or not. Here it comes, that kind of energy. So I feel like your person's definitely gone through some kind of transformation. For some of you, this is still ongoing energy. The transformation is not yet complete, might still be in the process, but as they're learning the lessons in this no contact between the two of you, they're actually subconsciously becoming a version of themselves that can stand strong beside you. And it's through this evolution that they are understanding you on a deeper level as well. Like I said, this person may have pushed it away or not tried to understand you because they thought, okay, I would never be able to match up to them, or I would never be able to stand beside them. So what's the point of understanding them? What's the point of even getting to know them? But through their own evolution, they're actually understanding you even more. There might be a higher purpose to your person's evolution, because we have the Hierophant coming up, and to me the Hierophant is, of course, that's also the traditional meaning, but it's in the sense of this reading, I would say it's someone who's been through the lessons so that they are able to guide other people as well. So there might be a higher purpose. So this might actually be a version of your person's self that they actually needed to evolve into. They were always meant to, because they needed to unlock some sort of a soul purpose in their life. But they're getting to that point, Paltu. They're getting to that point. Whatever they felt was lacking within them, they're working to correct it or align it. So there was a lack. It was not that there wasn't a lack. That's the difference in your reading. Because in the past, I've tapped into the energy where the person was actually quite good, or quite aligned, I guess I would say, yes. Quite aligned, but they felt that they were not. But your person, no, there was actually a lack. I can see that distance in your reading today. Let me get you more messages, or maybe advice, or something else that wants to come through. But it's kind of like they see you now, and they see themselves beside you. That's what they would like to say to you if they could. And the more they step up in their life, the more they feel like the place between, the more they step up in their life, the more they see the space beside you is for them. It was always meant to be them. So that's an interesting message to come through. You've manifested this. You both have manifested each other. You both have manifested each other. This is crazy. You both have manifested each other, Paltu. All right? I would not be surprised if this is some kind of some kind of I guess power couple energy. Yeah, that's also a message that's coming through. But yeah, you recognize the potential in your person, and they recognize the potential in themselves. You had to walk away, or this no contact had to happen so that your person also started to embody that version of themselves. And by you letting go, you actually gave space for your person to grow up or to mature or to step into this aligned version of themselves. So by letting go, you actually aligned to them aligning to you. And by resisting, they actually aligned to becoming someone who could stand beside you. This is beautiful alignment coming through. Pile 2, this person's coming in. But yeah, you've manifested this. You've absolutely manifested this. And your person's stepping up. They're growing up. They're stepping up. Whatever issues they had in the past, they're working on it. It might take some time though. This is a bit slow-moving energy, even with the Hangman coming up. It's a bit slow-moving energy, but I do feel your person's going to get there. So we'll take a look at what to expect in the extended and how it connects to what has come up until now. Okay, so we'll look at what are your person's hidden desires. So outwardly, we know that their desire is to step beside you. So we're going to look into deeper layers, like what are more hidden desires on your person's end with respect to this connection. Then we are going to be looking into what does their higher self want you to know about the current situation. So what I'll be doing, or what I'll be tapping into, is we know that your person is a bit in the transformation energy, so it's going to take some time. So what's happening behind the scenes, or if there's something that you need to know, like any additional information about what your person is going through, about maybe when something is going to unfold, we'll try to look into that and see any additional information that wants to come up from their higher self in particular. Then we'll look into what is your person's next move going to be, because they are stepping up right now to be a version of themselves that can stand beside you and feel secure within themselves to stand beside you. But after that, like, what's their next move going to be? Like, are they going to come forward? Are they going to say anything? What is their next move after that? Okay, so that is what we will be tapping into in the extended. Details for the extended is going to be there in the description box below if you'd like to check it out. Pile 2, I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. But if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy. Pile 2, take care, trust your intuition. You always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye.